pulled them out. He's trying to draw them in. He wants them to come fighting. Well, careful what you wish for. JT with the first, but it's the second set of Julies that'll start to rattle away. Once again, JT, the player to lay the lead in the head. And now it's down to 3 players left for Astralis. One of which inside of the B site. It is Zipex looking to hold this as here comes Complexity attacking through. Zip slips on by to the left side. Farley helping him, and Zip with a follow-up. It's all down to Floppy in a 1v3, leaping in towards the B site under so much pressure from so many different angles, and finally an end will be put to the first round of overpass. Rifles is there towards the front of Monster. And Zip is going to go through and get himself the first pick. JT held away. Zip just playing in and around the pillar, sends Glaive out for the fight, and Fang with some important kills opens up a chance into the B site. Junior will follow up upon that, and Complexity have found their way into the B site safely. Bomb plant's going to go through 2.
2 players low on the Complexity side. At least there's no nades, but Blame F is still alive, and he can definitely be deadly.
Yeah, Floppy is the player that needs to do a lot of the heavy lifting here, and he is going to be the first point of contact, and he will win the fight versus Blame F. So that's the rifle gone. And Farley's on the scout. He's nowhere near the site. No kid on his back right now. He does have a smoke available. Needs this kill. Shot will land to the chest, but not enough damage done for the kill. Sports Junior has to be aware that some of them are low, but Junior to the headshot and Complexity to their first round. Side of the party, but he's going to be caught in a very difficult spot if he doesn't drop immediately, and he does drop. He stays behind cover. He's come through with that first kill. Glaive looking for the follow-up. Even had his teammate in behind him. As Grim swings around, you'll see 2 players.
Oh, it's the bomb.
Yeah, that is the bomb. That is the bomb, and it's in a rough spot, but it is starting to get away.
I thought Blame F might peek off the back of it, but he wasn't sure if there were more Ts there, and now Fang will try and open up B.
Yeah, Zipex with a D, tight angle, sees Fang and does a sprinkle of damage. Floppy taking out Config. Glaive climbs up on another boost this time. Oh, peering down into the B site. It's good for a kill on Floppy. Junior trades it out. Fine gets deep, but in Zipex with a deagle has got the pick back and thrusts Junior into the clutch, and he is caught on 2 sides. Is Blame F that'll close it out. He's got a good start here. Grim catches Config inside a connector, so we are going to need to see more out of Zip and Farley in this team to deliver us in the 25 seconds left an Astralis round. The AK is going to hold. Floppy crosses out. Low HP. The rifle should take him down immediately. Even better with a headshot. But Zip needs to be careful, and he has isolated these fights very well. Zipex just shutting it down. The bomb rolls to his feet. 10 seconds left. Fang has to go back and get the bomb, and it's rolled down into the water, and in the distraction and in the confusion, tell his teammates that they're not coming back through middle, so Astralis could actually just bolster this B defense. As now Farley sees them early, Astralis could be ready for this.
Flashes into the site. Farley not blinded for long enough, and Zipex is still on the site with Glaive to assist. He's going to drop down into water, doubling up with his teammate, and Glaive goes aggressive. That gives the fight away. 15 seconds remaining. The rotate is arriving, but it might not even be needed. Zipex with another kill.
Yeah, this B side is closed right now. They've both moved forward into the smoke, making it impossible for JT to get away with a plant. The kill for Config comes through. It's 2 for him in the round as he now...
They're going to flash Config in aggressively.
Oh, he's going to go in for the fight. Peeks around, and the play does not work. It likely would have been more effective to not do that, but... see if the defense can hold strong enough here for Astralis anyway. Flank is going to get spotted by Junior. Grim able to follow up 2, and the kills all coming through here for Complexity. Fine brings down Blame F, and they fight their way through the site. So easy pickings in the end for Complexity. It looked good for Astralis, right? You point out the fact that the setup had so many players ready inside of the A site. They had the flank coming out through connector. Suddenly all that breaks down in the blink of an eye, and Complexity go through to the A site into the round, went relatively unscathed.
Good awareness from Complexity too, to realize that they needed to be watching understandable long-range angles with the snipers.
Yeah, Complexity walking into the B site, it's just pistols here. Zip gets caught, awkward position. He couldn't see much, and Floppy gets the double onto Farley and Glaive. Not bad at all, but yeah, double up retake of the B site in a 2v4, not gonna happen. Astralis should see the save of these 2 ops. Blame F is quickly flanking around the backside, but it should just be posting up for a couple of exits, and Config should alleviate his pressure soon too. Nothing being found, and so no opening to get back in. Config will walk away. A round will be collected by Complexity.
Peeking on the angle. Oh, he's just gone away from it as JT moves into short.
But Config, I think, seen them on the jump, so he can come back and actually play from water. Still really good setup here for Astralis, but
They're not ready.
they didn't see him. Config didn't spot it, but now they know. Now they know, and they're going to try and adjust to it. Zip is going to get a double. JT and Floppy in with a couple, and Zipex again. Just another multi-kill hold on the B side. 14 and 7 right now for Zipex. That's 4 kills in the round. What is happening? He's turned it around big time, and you got to respect that. As much as you're able to do with that is yet to be seen. Complexity still hanging around this B site. A little bit of utility being thrown out towards the A side, trying to fake it out a bit. Oh, this time Zipex gets nailed open. It's fine with a headshot, and now opens up this B side attack. They're running up right in the glaive this time. Will the in-game leader be able to muster up a hold? It is just 1 kill from him.
It looked a little disjointed from Complexity initially, but they rebound well. They wait for Floppy, who's able to peek from short. Astralis have no choice but to save. Complexity are doing a solid job now, getting back into this.
Oh, it's being really solid for Complexity. There's not too many holes right now at all for them. I haven't seen any mistakes really come through to a massive extent. So, yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying the game so far from Complexity. Seconds of round 14.
Still a couple of players stacked onto B, and that's where Complexity will be making their final move. Everyone grouped here. Couple of smokes for the site. They've got to overcome these 2 rifles.
Yeah, smokes deployed in the site. JT rips apart Glaive. So the initial holder, and Farley, not the cleanest opening out of Farley right now. That's a sitter for a professional hopper. He just couldn't quite get it over the line. All right, Complexity. Junior blinded. They're really aggressive here, Astralis, realizing they have the weaker weapons. It is better to try and take a risk, and a risk they will take. Glaive gets a double somehow, brings down 2 players in Complexity with the MP9, and switches out to the AK instead. Now Complexity in a pretty rough position. They're down 2 players, and they haven't really got any ground back. Look what they have to break through. When they go around this corner, there's 3 players waiting for them.
Oh, one of them's gone, but Glaive with the AK was set up to wait for those heads to peek over the top, and they're not ready for Config. He closes the half with 9 rounds for Astralis. Not looking to bomb currently outside B. In fact, there are players pushing onto B right now, and unfortunately for Junior, he only has the scout, so a tag will land, but he has to concede site control. And Glaive out of ammo, but only a MAC-10 dropped. Blamev still sticking around. Could be another gun picked up if they can clear him out.
Or it could be a couple of kills, and it's your one Hawk. It is another gun available to Complexity.
Careful.
It's a lovely shot from JT too. Farley decides to fight him, and now Complexity in with a real shot at Zip. It's been great so far. Damage onto 1 and 2. Grim and Fine both fall foul to the rifle. And Zipex looking for JT's life too. He'll be close to claiming it. No real contest for the rounds here on Complexity, but a lot of damage being sprinkled out across the Astralis side. Bomb will go off, time is gone. And that ends up being the 12th round for Astralis. It puts them 4 away from victory here on Overpass.
Hold you like this.
Here on the T side too. Oh, a nice shot from Junior. That's Config out of there, and Glaive goes down as well to the American sniper.
This is one of the issues Astralis can have sometimes, not having the utility there on the bathroom's control. Now they almost feel forced into moving into B, but this is a weak bomb site right now. Rotate's going to get here, though.
Oh, good kill from Grim. Bomb now loose, and the rest of the rotation is successful for Complexity.
So if it were an A play, he could maybe get a nade onto the site, could maybe get a kill, or even just go for the wall bang. 27 seconds, the bomb looks like it's made up its mind. It's going to go back to B. Blamev will attempt to sell this fake towards A, but Junior's sitting so far back, he's not going to see this for a long time. I don't think Complexity are going to budge here from the B site.
Oh, lovely shot from Junior. Blamev down without issue. Farley finally getting one back for Astralis, but in the end, Complexity hold on 2 players.
45 seconds left now. Still no movement in this Complexity setup. I think finally Grim will come to help on B, and he's going to be needed because this looks like a B play set up for Astralis.
Oh, two players on the right side. Zip doesn't get any of them, but he does pass information on, but Floppy holding. He can't stop the flop, it turns out. Finally, they put an end to him. It's Fang holds for a double kill himself. It's great. It's fantastic, in fact, from Complexity on the Monster. This is the turning point for Astralis. Can Config get anything more than one done? That's the first. Second is good for Config. Can't hold for the third, but damage has already been inflicted upon Complexity, who now have to retake versus the two remaining players of Astralis. Bomb goes down, is locked in towards the site. It's BlameF and Glaive looking to close this one. Glaive sits on top of the truck, forced away by the Molotov, and he can't get away. Fang will peek him, but the trade from BlameF is very quick. He'll go into the bathrooms instead to try and play out the rest of this round. One flash available for BlameF to try and buy some time, to try and make things a little difficult, and Junior will be blinded. Upon the peak, BlameF spots he's not on the defuse. He goes again, and this time is immediately greeted with a headshot. 13 rounds.
Oh, the monster aggression, oh no.
Oh, Floppy, in fact, catching him looking the wrong way, but luckily Config gets the double. It is essential that Config is successful in those two fights, and BlameF able to open up through short two. JT's been spotted, jumping down, but Config once again delivering impact. His third kill of the round. The sleeping giant has arrived. And that is bad news for Complexity. Because when Config can turn it up, well, they hit another gear here, Astralis. They hit another level. 14 rounds have now been found off the back of Config's impact. Safe call for Junior on the other side of things. 2 away now.
And Fang playing in connector. Oh, nice flash though. Forces the boost away. Now Fang has to be a little careful.
Oh, Zip. Kill on Fang, he does find him, and the advantage picked up for Astralis. It is now looking so good for them to take this first map. BlameF has removed Floppy. It is now just Grim, JT, and Junior. Their map pick coming into the series. The map that we're able to pick up versus Astralis.
Oh.
But it is not looking so good right now at all. Config, the lightning headshot, goes forward for another. And it is just a moment before Junior will go down. And Astralis lock themselves in victory. Overpass will go their way. They take map 1 versus Complexity. Fight towards outside. Astralis, heavy commitment towards this side of the map. It is Fang who is their early Config. With one at least for Astralis, but 2 have gone the way of Complexity, putting it into a 4 versus 3. A lot of time still left. The Zip has actually slipped his way out towards the top side. He could cause a few problems here for Complexity.
Oh, nice shot from Grim on towards Glaive, and now Complexity can feel much more comfortable. Zipex is still sitting in position. He is going to make his move, but now he's been spotted. And now they might try and enclose on his position. Grim is still fighting. He goes down, but at long range, JT favored with the USP, and it's up to BlameF.
Yeah, BlameF into a tough spot.
He got straight out of there.
Yeah, he did. And BlameF is quickly putting the bomb down. Now, he will be setting his sights on the clutch, but getting the bomb plant makes a big difference for Astralis in terms of the force buy in the next round, but BlameF will want to close this one out with the round win. He feels capable of doing so. He goes towards Decon to play this one. Bomb planted for him, immediately takes the shot onto JT. Sees Floppy, sees the smoke deployed under the bomb, and that will create a bit more pressure for BlameF. Junior has the kit sticking it inside of the smoke. Should be good enough to get the round win, and it will be. Complexity, the last time on Nuke was in the online competition. Rubet, just before this, we got to see Junior actually adapt to some of the secret plays. He's going to be playing Inner with the rifle right now. And he's done well to get himself that first kill. A minute 5 seconds, Floppy sees the ramp presence, decides to drop back in Config from Credit Card, finds himself in a pesky position and deals damage from it, but Complexity, it's all about the ramp hold, and they've done very well. They've taken down the entire approach from Astralis, leaving just Config coming in from Hell, and JT's
down secret early, but Astralis not following the smokes outside. They're going for the A play, an early 1-for-1 trade, and Config gets that all-important kill. Trading Glaive early, but Junior's going to keep the numbers even.
Yeah, good pick from Junior on towards Config. It's important to keep it even for the time being, but the plant will come in. Astralis now have that down. And AK and an M4, but they back up into Grim, who waits outside of Squeaky. Now he starts to think about all the other positions Astralis could be playing from, and he did consider Farley for a moment, but Grim gets caught with an aid in hand, and that's an easy kill for Farley. BlameF plays from Hut, peeks up towards Heaven, and catches out Floppy, thrusting Junior into the clutch, and doesn't feel strong enough right now to go for that. So he is going to call it off, saving his AWP instead of throwing it away to the wind, and he'll carry that on over, realizing the economic implications of losing that round. Forward in towards Ramper, and they've got a lot of control in towards the vending machines. It is one for Junior. Second kill is good for Junior as well. His teammate Fine delivers one quickly out from the CZ. Config and Farlick, though, again, it kills for Astralis, just keeping them ahead, and it puts Junior into the 1 versus 2. This is winnable. This is a winnable one for Junior, especially with how damaged Config is. The nade will go down, and half HP of Farlick is gone, but Junior is about to get caught. Config is tracking him on the quick wrap from Heaven. He's coming around the backside. There's no way Junior is ready for this. Config has the round, and it's Astralis taking the lead.
Their minds on their end goal here, but looks like the bomb will slowly be brought back to A. JT's got this incendiary that could slow it down.
30 seconds. The pop for Astralis begins to come through. Floppy's got the first. Farley is down. Grim flies up the vent. JT gets the lineup of 2. Config and Glade both go down. It's BlameF trying his best, but unimpactful in the end. It's the only option. Floppy, can he hold it? He's got Junior here, and what a shot from Config, but Floppy, they have to realize he should be still around here somewhere, and BlameF will not leave that stone unturned. The kill's starting to come through for Astralis. 4 versus 2, down into the B site they will run. Grim is trying to get here in time to cause some problems, but he won't be there to deny the plant. With that bomb plant going down, Astralis pretty much confirmed the round win. The only way Complexity picked that one up is if they could have stopped the bomb from going down and letting Astralis lose to time. That's not a possibility, so Astralis will add 5 to the tally, and Complexity will save their 2 rifles. Maybe even an AWP can be salvaged, but Config is on top of it, spots out Grim. Another kill for Astralis, and it's now just Fine, who might not get away with his life either. He's surrounded by Astralis players, and eventually Config will spot him, and just 1 bullet is enough. Fine goes down, Config together. Well, Config, good for 1. Fine does peek, and still alive inside of the vent. He would love another one before going down here, but won't be afforded that luxury. Glaive will remove his head. Floppy quickly scampering his way down the ramp to try and bolster the B defense. In the meantime, that has left a gap on the A site where the Astralis will pounce, and straight up the vent they will go to join the rest of the team. Plant will come through for Zipex, and they will lock the bomb plant in, and likely the round with that. Junior, once again, it's frustrating, but Floppy and Junior have to save their weapons. Astralis just outclassing Complexity at the moment. They're just finding their way all across the map, just manipulating Complexity on the rotations, just finding that one.
Those yard smokes they can fall back on at pretty much any time. They might do that here, but it's an aggressive play from Complexity.
Yeah, it seems like Complexity were aware of that possibility too, so they try and meet them head on. Unfortunately for Junior, he goes down to the AWPer on the other side of things, but every other fight is going the way of Complexity. Fine with a double, Farlick and Config both down, and that's the bomb loose. If you want to get that back, Astralis, you got to go into Fine, and he is having fun and outside right now. This is just incredible. 3 kills for Fine. Outside is the graveyard of Astralis players, and BlameF left in a 1v4. The shot is going to just reposition quickly. Now realizing Astralis are running down into lower. JT is the player tasked with dealing with it. It's 1 kill, but Glaive and Farlick answering back and getting a couple through here for Astralis. Junior with a quick, decisive rotation has got back in time to try and patch up a hole in the B site. Once again, though, Astralis looking to navigate their way up to the A site via the vent, and that's where Farley will go to lock in the bomb plant. So 3 versus 2, Astralis find themselves in a good post plant. Complexity, are they going to go for this one? Glaive wrapping Heaven.
Oh, he's going to get there before Junior tries
see him
to
as
fall
well.
back.
That's sad.
Well, at least Floppy now knows that he can't go that way.
Sorry, Junior. Sounds like I'm talking to a kid. Oh, Floppy. He's got Glaive at least. To this, it is quick out from Zip. 1 kill straight away. Second on the follow-up. Junior and Fine getting at least a couple of kills. That's not a bad shot by Junior by any means. Quick and accurate. Bomb goes down. Astralis have forced it into the post plant. Will they be able to convert on this?
Grim's still down the vents. He might have to wait for a distraction before flying up. They're taking a lot of time setting up this retake. They do have nades that can help them, but got to get a move on.
Yeah, so much utility, but Astralis holding him at bay for now, and you're letting the time slip on by. It's do or die now for Complexity. You've got to go for the retake attempt. Here they go. Kills are in for Astralis. Just down to Floppy. The time too far gone. Not enough. And that is going to be a heartbreaking way to finish. You've got to feel Complexity had a good shot at that if they just went a little earlier. But Astralis... It's nothing but head. Well, BlameF.
That's a headshot.
Yeah, that's a headshot. That one's not. Fang is out of there, but it doesn't really matter when BlameF has got 3 kills already in the round. We're definitely seeing that BlameF CT start getting it going. JT coming out the door. It's one onto Glaive, but now they're alerted to his position, and look who is coming. BlameF was coming through main. Luckily, JT got away. He's going to go down and try and come out decon, but Zip is waiting for him on the lower side. JT knocked out the lower bomb side. BlameF getting back over it alongside Farley. Going to try and make this one happen together. Fine with one. Oh, Floppy on the follow-up. It's all crumbling for Astralis. You know, when you keep 3 players up, potentially there is still a chance to recover, but when those 2 kills come in that quickly, that's the knockout right there. Great stuff for Complexity. That's not bad at all.
Just some incredible shots landing throughout this round. Did not expect to see those sorts of shots coming in this round.
Config was 11-4 early in the game, right?
Oh, wow.
Well, that's a way to get the kills back. He might just turn this in the entire round. He's got the kid on his back, and Config's coming out swinging, trying to find the last player, but time was ticking. He was forced to run out and not be so methodical and find... Yeah, Glaive, peeks out with an 8 in hand, lucky to be alive. But it's information gathered that the play has come through main. He needs help from Heaven, and BlameF will assist in that. Config goes down to Grim. Zip goes down in the lobby. The spin from Grim has delivered a couple of important kills here for Complexity. And Astralis is not as smooth sailing as they would have hoped for, but a kill from the AWP is rung out, and that's the bomb loose. Farley has gone down, but Glaive making sure that the kill comes through, and BlameF closes the 12th round for Astralis. 14 windows shattered open. Config to play in the cubby. Zip up in the rafters alongside of him. It has been a bit of a quieter CT performance than we've seen on map 1 from Zip, but Glaive is nipped at the heels, come around the back of Junior, and it's all just crumbling. It's all coming to a halt. Complexity gets sandwiched and crushed, and really everything is gone from the round apart from Fang, and he now joins them in that pile. And hoping JT can get into main. That really is the only option left now for Complexity. And Config is in a good spot to try and deal with it first. Grim's head no longer attached. Config gets the double. Sprays down, gets 3. Floppy and Fang a couple of kills here for Complexity, but that is all they will be able to take. It is another moral victory, perhaps for a minor league coach, but it is down to Floppy to try and recover it. 5 seconds left on the timer. Not enough time to put the bomb down, and they realize that. Astralis just playing with him right now. Running the clock down, 15 locked in. Series point for Astralis. Elimination for Complexity. Smokes heading their way towards outside, creating a deeper variation to the wall of smokes, allowing a cross into main if desired. The reaction to this is to find a gap on the top left side of it as BlameF boosts upon his teammate's head and takes down JT. Astralis have the answers to everything Complexity are throwing at them, and that has been the way for the whole series. Complexity had glimpses, moments of competition, but that might just be coming to a close. Glaive holds from main, peeks around the back, they line up. Glaive brings down 2, Fang and Floppy both out of there. And it's Junior that goes down. Astralis will take out Complexity. They will stay afloat. They'll move forward here.